It is the morning after with Nick and Big J broadcasting live out here at Rock on the Range. Day number 3, and it's Heaven's Basement time. How are you, man?
I'm fine. I've not been here 3 days. How are you?
We are surviving.
Yeah, I imagine you're ready to get out there on the stage then, huh?
Yeah, I'm excited. We did like 170 odd shows last year, and that's not even including like the radio and television that we did. But it all caught up with us. We did our headline tour, and I was like, I couldn't sing anymore, so we had to cancel about 3 weeks into it, which we've never done before because we're not a band to cancel shows. That's not cool. But like I've had like a month off, and I'm ready. I'm ready to murder.
Oh man, a month. So what do you do with a month off? Do you go back home for a little while and hang out, or are you just are you here permanently a little bit, or what's the story?
In the time off, well, my right bicep became considerably bigger.
Yeah, I know what that means.
Whoa!
Bicep curls and all that.
That's not a rock star answer though. I mean, you're supposed to get the ladies.
Well, no, because it's his time off.
I see.
Exactly.
I understand.
Exactly.
I understand.
You know? It gets boring after a while. You got to go home and find love for yourself. And
So wouldn't your left arm be also as equally, the old saying?
two's better than one.
Yeah.
No.
You are a rock star. You are a rock star, sir. And man, you get up on stage and you're a different cat. As we saw when you came to Boise and played a show for us.
Damn, that was a while ago.
Yeah.
It feels like
we were one of those 170 shows last year. Is what it was. Yeah.
And you guys had recorded something for BBC while you were in Boise.
Did we?
Is it just a blur? I love it.
BBC One. You were recording some deal for them.
Some cover, I think, is
Yeah.
what it was.
Oh crap! Yeah, there was a it was. We did a Lady Gaga cover.
Yeah, there you
Ooh.
go.
We just thought we'd offend the rock world, offend the pop world, all in one. Yeah, so we did that. It was fun. It was hilarious.
You guys obviously had a little bit of time off, but now you're here to rock it. Second year in a row at Rock on the Range. What are the plans for the rest of 2014? What are we looking at here?
We're here for about another 2 weeks, I think it is, and then we head back off to head back home to the UK. And then we start looking at writing for the second album, because this is like, by the time this year is out, the album will be nearly 3 years old, because we started touring it before we even released it.
Right.
So for us, it's really old. It'll be good to sort of like get our chops around some new ideas and some new music, and then hopefully in the spring of 2015, the new one will be out. Are
you the kind of band that likes to scribble down a little bit and jam a little bit on the road, or do you like to devote your attention to just a writing process when you're at home and kind of unplug?
We don't really jam together on the road because when we're in places when we're in new places, obviously everybody wants to go and see them. And when we're playing shows constantly, it's kind of like a balance of work and play, and everybody likes more play than work. Excuse my language.
That's all right.
Who are we kidding? Like, it's all play. Like,
yeah, there you go.
You can't go wrong with that. And then you got to really see all of the United States touring around. Is there any particular place that you were like, man, I really had a good time checking out some of the sites?
Yeah, there's a few. New Orleans is there's nowhere in America that is like New Orleans. It reminds me very much of Europe, and I guess probably because it was like fundamentally, correct me if I'm wrong, built or kind of like owned by the French at some point.
Yeah. It's got a lot of French culture.
I mean you can see it. It's a great looking city. And then Austin, Texas, the drunkest city in America and probably the drunkest city in the world. That's quite special. San Diego, we had a great time in. There was one other as well. God, what was the other one?
Boise, Idaho.
Boise, absolutely.
Definitely Boise.
Yeah. That was we'll help you out. This is your second year at Rock on the Range. How does this compare to festivals that maybe you have played over in England? Is it comparable? I mean, the England festivals are just huge, and this one's about as big as it gets in America. How does that compare from your standpoint?
The main one that we were playing in the UK is called Download Festival, and that does about 80,000 people a day. Over 3 days, and unlike this festival, everybody camps. Even this year, I'm going to Download Festival. We're not playing this year. We played 3 years in a row, and even I'm going to be camping because it's just like you just got to do it.
Yeah,
it's such a good festival, and everybody knows everyone. And it's like out of 80,000 people, you will always find somebody that you know, even in the audience, just bowling around. So it's a really good festival. And over here, I know you don't do the camping thing so much. I don't know why, because you've got the weather for it. We do it in the rain.
Yeah.
You've got the sun.
Yes.
But you can't compare them that much, but there are definitely elements of the two that are very similar. And by that I mean, like, for example, the audiences. When people go to a festival, they go there to A, get pissed, and B, to listen to very loud music and scream to loud music.
Right.
And everyone has a good time. And that's what we're all about.
There you go.
What is British camping different from American camping?
We go camping to find the Viking within us and deal with wet, rainy, cold, icy, windy weather.
Okay.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
yeah, it's a little different than that is different than
Because
American.
we won't camp if it's raining. We're like, the ground's too wet. I don't want to
Well,
get my sleeping bag all wet.
Let's not generalize everybody.
No,
we're
no, true.
wusses.
We are.
I like to do what's called hotel camping. So that's how we camp our nice RV.
It's going to be fun, man. It's going to be fun. I'll tell you what, first show in a month, I know you're going to tear the roof off this damn place. So best of luck out there today. It's good catching up with you, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
No problem. Rock on the Range day number 3 underway.